So you've got your eye on a Sagittarius, huh? Well, you are in the right place. We're about to decode exactly what's going on in their heart during the very first week of January 2026. This is your guide to making that connection really, truly shine. Crushing on a Sagittarius, it's a whole adventure, isn't it? They're the wild one of the Zodiac. But what's actually going on in their head this week? And, more importantly, how can you build a connection that feels real and genuine? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out. This quote it totally gets it. Fire with wings. Think about that for a second. It's all about that passionate, independent, super vibrant energy. They absolutely want to share their warmth, but the secret is you can't cage them. If you remember one single thing this week, please let it be this. Okay, so before we dive into the day-by-day breakdown of the week, we have to get inside their head a little. What really makes a Sagittarius tick? Because once we understand who they are at their core, connecting with them becomes so much easier. So here's the deal. Astrologically speaking, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And this is a huge deal. Jupiter is all about expansion, big laughs, optimism, and this deep, non-negotiable need for freedom. So when it comes to love, they're not looking for someone to complete them. Nope, they're looking for a fellow explorer to join them on the adventure. This slide right here, this is basically the cheat sheet to their heart. I mean, just look at the contrast. On one side, you have everything that pulls them in. Freedom, a good laugh, being spontaneous. And on the other side, everything that makes them run for the hills. Pressure, clinginess, super heavy talks right off the bat. The lesson here is so simple, but it's powerful. Keep it light and keep it fun. And listen, this is so important to get. If you're sitting there waiting for a long, gushy text message detailing all their feelings, you might be waiting a while. Instead, you've got to watch what they do. Are they making time for you? Are they trying to make you laugh? That right there, that playful attention, that's their love language. That's the signal you're looking for. Okay, so now we know their core personality. Let's get specific. We're going to map out this entire week using numerology, which taps into the unique energy of each day, to give you a day-by-day playbook for what their heart is really feeling. And here it is, the whole week at a glance. You can see this beautiful progression, can't you? It starts all soft and curious, then it builds into this fun, playful mood, gets a little deeper and more romantic, and then, bam, it ends with this confident, bold energy. Let's break this down. So the first 2 days of the year, they're gentle. Your Sagittarius crush is most likely thinking of you with this really positive, curious vibe. This is the perfect window for a friendly, super easy conversation. No pressure. Just light, fun, easy breezy. Now, as we hit the third and fourth, the energy really shifts up a gear. It gets much more playful. Just a heads up though, you might get a slow reply on the third. They're in a more practical headspace. But on the fourth, that adventurous, flirty energy comes roaring back. So you better get your witty banter ready. Midweek, things get a little deeper. Their heart starts to soften and they might be feeling a real romantic pull. But, and this is super important, they might go quiet on the 6th. This is not disinterest, it's them pulling back to think, to process their own feelings and see if this connection is really right for them. Don't panic, just give them that space we talked about. And then we have it, January 7th. All signs, all the energy, it's all pointing to this being the day. It's the strongest, most confident, most emotionally bold day of the entire week. If you're gonna make a move or really solidify that connection, this is your moment, for sure. Okay, you know the rhythm of the week. You've got the emotional map, but how do you actually use this information? Let's get practical. This is your toolkit for actually making that connection happen. And this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at this. The probability of getting a response is pretty high at the start of the week, but the quality of that connection, it peaks on the 7th. The chance is very high and the energy is confident and engaging. This is your strategic map for when to reach out. So how do you do it? Well, it really just boils down to these 3 simple rules. Number 1, keep it light. Number 2, use humor. Seriously, make them laugh. And number 3, and this is probably the most important, give them space. Let the connection feel free and natural. Don't push it. And hey, if you're kind of stuck on what to actually say, here's a perfect template to get you started. This week feels exciting. Hope you're shining. Why is this so good? Well, it's optimistic, it's light, there's absolutely zero pressure, and it just has this warm, positive vibe. It perfectly matches the energy we've been talking about all along. All right, we've covered a ton of ground. So let's wrap all this up with the final cheat sheet to bring all the key points together so you have them ready to go when you need them. So here it is, the big picture. They are feeling positive and excited about you. Start the week soft and curious, then build to that playful flirting. Remember to understand their need for a little quiet time midweek, and then aim for that strong connection on the 7th. The goal, always, is a warm, smooth, and playful bond. That is the key to their heart. You know, at the end of the day, connecting with a Sagittarius is really about being willing to join them on their adventure. They don't want someone to tie them down. They want a co-pilot. So the only real question left is, are you ready for takeoff?